All right, welcome to this lesson here where we're going to be taking a look at dividing a polynomial by a term, or a monomial is going to be the technical term that I'm going to use at times, but that's what we're going to do in this lesson here. Now, this lesson is going to encapsulate a bunch of questions. Each one of them, I'm going to pause, and you can gladly pause the video as well at that point. Try to solve it, go through the practice, and then I'm going to come back, and it's usually only a couple seconds that I'm going to pause. And then you can unpause the video and see, did you get the answer right? Were you able to do it? So for this lesson, I'm going to get you to grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil. You can work with a neighbor as well if you want. If you're in class right now, if you're on your own, then you're just on your own. But we're going to do a little bit of practice and see if we can get through some of these questions. So let's start with the first one. We're going to look at dividing polynomials today, but I'm going to start with a little bit of review of multiplying polynomials. So let's start with this one. Let's multiply these two terms together. Pause, come back when you're ready. All right, let's go through this one here and see what we get as an answer. Now, when we multiply terms together, we follow the two steps. We start by multiplying our coefficients together. So that's the two numbers that are in front. So in this case here, it's the 3 and the 2. Multiply those together, and that is our new coefficient. Next step, we need to combine all of our variables. In this case here, we are multiplying, so we add the exponents. There's 1x and 2x's, so that becomes 3. There's only one y, so that's going to stay as y. So our variable combination is going to be x cubed y. Put that all together, and we get a total of 6x cubed y, and that's our simplified term. Okay, so that's a term. There's no adding or subtracting there. There's only multiplying in there. Let's try this one. We have a polynomial. You need to multiply the term negative 2d to the entire polynomial. Pause the video, come back when you have your answer. All right, let's take a look and see how we did. So here is our expression that we want to try to simplify. We need to multiply the negative 2d to every single term inside the brackets. So negative 2d times d squared is going to be negative 2d cubed. Okay, 1 times negative 2. Negative 3d times negative 2d is going to be positive 6d squared. There's two d's in there. And then the two negatives become a positive. And then finally, the last one is going to be negative 8d. Just a reminder that the coefficient is negative, not the variable. The variable is always positive. So if you see a negative in front of a variable, the coefficient is negative 1. Now we just put those three all together and we get our polynomial in there. All right, so we've got that covered. That's our multiplying. Do we remember that? Hopefully, because we really bring that into dividing right away. So let's take a look at how do we divide polynomials. Let's start off with a really hard one. Yeah, that's my joke in class. Okay, so 18 divided by 3, pause, come back when you got your answer. Okay, so hopefully this one did not take you too long. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Okay, division we've done for many years already. We kind of understand a little bit that we're trying to figure out how many 3's can we take out of 18, or how many are in each group if we have 3 groups and there's 18 in total. Okay, so it's 6. We come up with our answer. Now, let's go back to a little bit of review of exponent laws. Okay, what is x cubed divided by x? Pause, come back when you have your answer. All right, when we have division, okay, we are dividing two powers. Our exponent law states that we can subtract the exponents. So 3 minus 1 is 2, so this one's going to be x squared. Now, here's another one that looks similar. Let's try this one. Pause the video, come back when you're ready. Okay, hope that was enough time. Yeah, we got it? All right, G6 divided by G3, again, it's a division statement, and so we're going to subtract the exponents. 6 minus 3 is 3, so therefore our simplified version is G cubed. All right, so now we've done basic number division, we've done basic power division, which we've done with exponent laws. Let's put some of that together and do term division. So 14g to the 4 divided by 2g squared. Pause the video, let's see what you get. All right, let's bring this all back. Here are the rules for dividing polynomial terms. Step number 1, divide the coefficients. Just like multiplying, we start with the coefficients. We do the top divided by the bottom, or first divided by last. 14 divided by 2, 7. All right, so now we've simplified our powers. Sorry, not our powers, our coefficients. You can think of it like a fraction, 14 over 2. Can we simplify the fraction? That might be another way to think about it. If we can't do it into a single number, just leave it as a fraction. Step number 2, divide the variables and subtract the exponents on like variables. So G4, G2, those are like bases. We can subtract the exponents. 4 minus 2 is 2. So therefore that's going to be G squared. And that's our only variable in this case here. And then finally, we put the coefficient and the variables back together to show your final answer. And so you have an answer of 7g squared. So when you divide, we're going to get hopefully a simplified or probably a smaller answer. Now, you can have a fractional coefficient. Don't do a decimal, do a fractional coefficient if it does end up coming to that. All right, let's try this one out. Get a little more difficult. Let's give this one a shot. Try it out, see what you get. And once you're ready, unpause the video and we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's try it. We are going to start by doing our coefficients. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our new coefficient is 5. We have 3 x's and 4 y's in the first one. We're taking away 3 y's. No x's, only the 3 y's. So we're left with still 3 x's, but now only 1 y left. And so our final answer should be 5x cubed y. All right, so far so good. All right, let's throw a negative in there just to see how it goes. Now you'll notice there's a negative in front of the whole expression. That just means the expression is all negative, so our final answer should be negative. If you want to put a negative on one of the numbers, do it on the numerator number, so do it in this case on the 8. Pause the video, see what you get, and come back when you have your answer. Okay, let's take a look. So I'm going to ignore the negative for now and bring it back later. If you don't know how to ignore it and you need to take care of it, put it into that 8, make it a negative 8 over 4. And so we have 8 divided by 4. That's our numbers. We get 2. And then I'm going to look specifically at each letter individually. So the x's, there is 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. We are subtracting. That becomes x to the power of 0, which equals to 1. It cancels out. It's done. So we don't actually even have to write it in there anymore. It's gone. The y's, though, there is still some. So 7 minus 5 is 2. And so our final answer is going to be negative 2y squared. This is how we're going to come up with our answers when we divide our polynomials. We're looking at specific terms today. Next lesson that we have, we're going to be taking a look at how do we go one step further and look at a polynomial divided by a term. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day. All the best with your assignment as it comes up.